Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Mosconi. We got Bruce Springsteen on here. Bruce Springsteen in Italian. Well, he is Italian.
That's not him.
That's my cousin Luciana. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight. This very special evening that we're having for Randy. Where is Randy? I know he didn't have a seat earlier. I've known Randy for over 40 years. Very close, one of my closest, dearest friends. Randall, we've never had an argument in our lives, really. Think about it, 42 years.
Because you always win.
We're gonna entertain you all tonight. We got some good fun happening. We got great wine, great food, great music, great fun. And I got some of Randall's great friends here tonight. And I know it's the only way Randall would want it. When he phoned me to ask me to do this, there was no question to ask. I mean, anything I ever asked Randall to do, he always did. Can you hear us back there? I'm Mike Mosconi. Sandy Mosconi, my brother, is over here. We actually own the Poor Italian Restaurant, so it's kind of a package deal that you get, you know.
Food and MC.
We're going to help Randy's evening along a little bit tonight. Just call us the Sandy and Mike, the S&M brothers, appropriately named for Randall's evening. Going to have some nice words coming tonight from friends and family. Monique has done an excellent job of putting tonight together. I mean, we were in contact more than my wife for the last 6 months. By the way, Monique, this evening is without prejudice. Angela, what is it? Oh, no. There's someone on the phone. It's a call from Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad. Oh, he's filming a movie in town this week. Angela, no, tell him Randall cannot come out and play tonight. He's busy, okay? Angela, there's a message from Bryan Cranston. He's gonna be with us tonight, Randall. So let me tell you guys something. Randall provides a lot of material, okay? Provides a lot of material. Sandy, where's Sandy? Sandy. What's in your ears? Sandy, what the hell's in your ears?
I got earplugs because I just had a conversation with Randy, so I had to put earplugs in them. I forgot to take them out. Sorry, Randy. Sorry, Brown. You know I love you, Brown. I forgot to take them out.
Well, we debated about interviewing Randall tonight, but that was thrown out.
I'll tell you why. Because in the 70s, Randy Brown was the guy that invented the lunches. From 12 noon, Gordy, you know that one, from 12 noon till midnight. And that's why, and he kept going on, and he never looked at the time, did he, Mike?
He had no watch. And you know what, Randall? He also drove the stock up in Bell-Tone invisible hearing aids. So if you invested in those days, Randall was our guy. So Sandy?
So listen, guys, tonight we're going to get the evening going. So bon appetit with everybody, because we have a great staff, an excellent staff tonight. We got some great food. And we got some great meals coming up, okay?
And if you have anything to share, if you'd like to share anything tonight, just come and see Sandy or I. We'll fit you into the evening, okay? So buon appetito a tutti, okay? And have a great evening, okay? Ciao, ciao.
Happy birthday, man.
So for your 45th birthday, Randy Brown, happy birthday.
Brown. The prosciutto came from Parma, one of the most famous. The poor Italian brings, well, because we're Italians here, we bring the best prosciutto in the world from Parma, Italy. the cheese, the Reggiano Parmigiano, the cheese you're eating was spectacular. We only want the best cuts of cheeses. Some of it came from Naples, some of it from northern Italy, Friuli. The olives actually were from Sicily there. So the olives were, the bread is homemade here at the Puritano. Did we enjoy the bread tonight?
It's all baked here. Hey, Monique. Is there anybody here that's been invited tonight that's under 19?
Yes.
No? Yes? Okay. So if the F word comes out, no one will be offended.
Well, her family. Like no one.
Are you kidding? Randy Brown's family and friends? How stupid am I to talk that way?
We got a great speaker coming up here in a couple of minutes. A really great friend of Randy's. But first of all, Sandy and I wanted to talk about Randy. You know, I just look at this guy from the time we met Randall. I always call Randall. I don't know. He was never a Randy. He was a Randall, right? Always very well groomed. Great.
That was
Great.
mine.
Oh shit.
That was mine, Mike. What the hell?
Go ahead.
What the fuck is going on?
Sorry.
Sorry.
The S&M is losing it here.
Randy, since we've known you since 1976 with Gord Bernard. Oh my God, Gord Bernard.
Gordy Bernard.
They rented a building across the street from Moscone Brothers. They were the best neighbors you could ever have. Randy, from day one, was always groomed. Great suits, great shirts, great ties. His hair, unbelievable. It was the best. It was the best.
The only thing in those days that wasn't well groomed was his bank account. Wasn't his bank account, but that's, but we understand.
But we're looking up, but we understand things are looking up these days, Randy, with Monique.
Okay, we understand things are looking up and it's called Monique. Okay, I'll clarify that a little bit, okay? Monique is an accountant. They're a CA, or she's a numbers gal. CA? Thank you. A CPA. Beautiful. A French CPA. Fantasy. So let's, Sandy, can you hear us back there?
Tell me, Mike, tell me.
Sandy, be it sports, be it business, be it socializing, Randy always reminded me of a clever cat. Feline. Spry, quick to pounce, always alert, active, affectionate, lovable, cuddly, funny. Just an overall rounded out feline.
Do you actually think this guy could actually have 9 wives?
Sandy, 9 lives.
Oh, yes.
9 lives.
Sorry.
Sandy, it's not 9 wives.
Sorry,
9 lives.
Sorry, Brian.
Okay? It's 9 lives.
Monique, sorry.
No prejudice. We have a very, very...
Fuck, you know what? It's my 3rd martini, Randy. I'm sorry. Monique, I apologize.
We have a very special guest that's going to come up here in a minute. I think he's known Randy longer than we have, Sandy and I, and I know they've been very close for many years, and he's going to come up and say a few words. And his name is Mo Jones. Mo. For over 40 years, he's kept Randall out of jail. So Mo, I appreciate you. He's a great guy. Mo Jones is the best. He is the best. Here's a chair if you want one.
Go ahead, Mo.
It happens when you get old, Mo. Just let it go.
Well, my problem is I don't know what to say. I mean, if Randy were up here, I wouldn't have to say anything. Anyway, you know, Randy does have a lot to say. And he's a bright guy. He knows everything about everybody. He's an advisor. I remember one time a few years ago, he was ranting. Anybody here ever heard Randy rant? He was ranting about an issue with the government. And it was at about the time when Van der Zalm was premier. He was pissed off. He was mad about this issue. I can't remember what the issue was. I said, Randy, get over it. What's the matter? Why don't you go in the government and settle this? Run for government. Be an MLA. Can you imagine if he was an MLA? Gee. Well, I'll tell you what would be the same. The Northern Gateway project would be completed. And the natural gas factory in Kitimat would be done. And there would be wine and beer and booze in every grocery store in British Columbia. I think he would have made a great premier. He would just be fabulous. Anyway, I met Randy in 1978, so I guess you guys actually knew him before I did. But in 1978, I got a referral from a company that was selling one-right systems, accounting systems. Anybody remember that? One-right systems? Way before computers. Anyway, I was invited to his home. I knocked on the door, and this beautiful young lady answered the door with a newborn child in her arms. Then it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and she was bathing the baby and so forth, and she was attending. So about a few minutes later, we got down to some business. At about 9:30, this guy comes wandering down the stairs with slippers and a house going on. And I thought, what the hell kind of company is this? This guy's not even working. And here's his poor wife trying to figure out one-right system. Anyway, I guess he was working because at 6 o'clock in the morning, he was phoning Eastern Canada, buying goods, etc. And he flourished. And Randy has his ups and downs in business. And yes, I did get him out of a few gems. He did have some money in his bank account for a while, actually. Oh boy.
Not after tonight.
But anyway, Randy's been he's worked his way up to having a very successful company worldwide with the internet now. It's a very, very different business now than it was in those days. So, you know, Randy is also full of good ideas. He's got a tremendous amount of ideas. And I can give you one little example. I was in his office one day a few years ago, and he was having one hell of a time with invoicing. Accounts receivable was bad, and he was trying to figure out what to do to correct this invoicing. So I says to him, I said, look, all you need to do is get a pre-printed 4-part invoice. The white copy goes to the customer, the green copy goes for delivery, the pink copy's filed, and the green copy goes for accounting. Bullshit, he says, I'm not doing that shit. That's too much work. I'm going to figure something else out. The hell with you. So I go. Next morning, I get the phone call. Hi, Randy. What's up? Hey, listen, I was thinking, I've got a great idea. What I'm going to do to correct my invoicing is, I'm going to get a 4-part invoice with a white copy going to the thing. And you know what the answer is? His idea. I said, fabulous idea. Great, I'll send you a bill for $100. He wants this deal about being Italian. Being Italian? What is this?
Everybody wants to be Italian.
Well, Brown wants to be Italian. As a matter of fact, he's thinking about changing his name to Brownoni. Are you going to allow that? You're going to have a Brownoni on your hands?
He's got a Versace suit on tonight. Of course he's proud of it.
IBC, Italian Boys Club. Man, is he a member there?
Yes, he's the vice president now. Ange Frieda, the new president's
Well,
here actually.
Yeah, get his name changed then to Brownoni.
I think so.
When we first met, I talked about coming from Vancouver Island. I was born in Port Alberni. I told Randall all that. He said, Port Alberni? He says, I've got cousins in Port Alberni, and their name's Swalik. I said, Swalik? I lived up the block from them. We played as kids. God, what is this? Swalik Brown? Is that Italian? I don't think so. Jeez. You know, there's 13 different years of age between Randy and I. 13 years, but we act like brothers. We've really been like brothers, right? And I can give you a story about that. A few years ago, I had a major operation, and I'm in the ICU unit. Brown comes in, he talks to the nurse and says, I gotta go and see Mo Jones. I just come out of the operating room. And she says, well, I'm sorry, but there's no visitors allowed because he's in ICU and so forth. It's only relatives. He says, well, I'm his brother. My name's Randall Jones. In he goes. He beats my wife there for visiting. God, what a guy. Now, am I taking too much time?
No.
Did you want to?
No, go Mo.
Okay. So one more
You got
thing.
the show. You got the floor. 'Cause once
got the
Randall
floor.
gets it, we're done.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I have to go home. I'm retired.
Remember, Mo, you're the jockey Mario.
Mario?
Is that the jockey?
Is he Italian?
He's actually Mexican.
Okay. Anyway, Randy and I have done a lot of traveling. We've traveled around the world, of course, all on business. And but we were in the southern states one time, and on a weekend we said, hey, let's whip over to the Bahamas. So we did. And the first thing that we did, of course, we got settled in, we bought some booze, and then we went and found this fantastic nightclub. Randy, you tell this story a lot better than I do. Come up here and tell us a story.
No, you can't. Not yet, Mo, not yet.
No.
He's gonna get there, Mo. He's gonna get there.
Okay, come on up. It's not a story.
come on,
with no
Randy.
words. One story with no
Wait,
words.
wait.
Come on up.
Come on. Let me put my earplugs in.
No, it's not a story. Sorry,
One
Look.
story.
Here we go.
One story too many.
You got a minute, Brent.
All I want
You
to
see,
do-
you
all I want
don't understand
to do-
something. First of all, he's an accountant, and he's the cheapest son of a bitch I ever met in my life.
I only asked you to come up here to introduce and tell them about this wonderful place we were and what we did in this nightclub.
I know that. I'm getting to that. Because when we arrived, he's responsible for me drinking rum. Because we arrived at the Bahamas, he said, you go get the Coke, I'll get the rum. And I said, I don't drink rum. He says, well, we're in the Bahamas. You have to drink rum. Well, the reason he did that was the Coke was $2.50 and the rum was 75 cents. And ever since then, I've been drinking rum. So anyway, things were going on, and I was entertaining someone in the room, and I heard this noise coming down the
We're at
hallway.
the nightclub about what we're
Oh, that one. Oh, there's two stories in that song.
Let's go.
Just tell us about the nightclub.
Oh, when you and I were singing, you want to sing?
Here we go.
Oh!
Get in there.
All right, I see where we're going with this. Anyway, there was a contest on, and there was females only, a big nightclub, and there wasn't enough people, so Mo and I decided to get up and do an a cappella song
It was a contest.
and the first prize was $1,000. We came in second, got nothing.
Oh, we got a few free drinks.
Very few free drinks. So we were traveling all over the place, and we used to do a little skit together, and this is what we would do.
So here's what we did. You remember the song? Oh, really? Oh,
Yes, I know it. Yes, I hope you
Here's
forget.
the first one.
Oh, Rita Hayworth doesn't thrill me. Zaza leaves me cold. I don't want a Liz Taylor or a Bridget Bardot. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old dad. She was a girl, the only girl that Mary ever had. A good old-fashioned girl with arms so true, one who loved nobody else but you. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad.
Randy Brown, Mojo.
Hey, Randy, go sit down. So Randy, happy birthday, all the best. Please don't retire, keep working and building. Please don't retire, pay all those taxes, okay? We need it. Yeah, congratulations. You don't look 65.
Thanks, buddy.
And you're just a great brother of mine.
Thank you, Mo. You know what? You guys brought a tear to my eye there. What a song, what a song.
The pasta that's coming right now.
But you know what? I might have one more speaker.
Okay. Can we get him in?
Oh, he's going right now. Gordy? Come on, Gordy. Come on, Gordy. You, okay.
Rosita, get him a couple of cocktails. We'll get him going shortly, okay?
Okay, the pasta's coming out right now, guys.
The sauce of the pasta is a recipe from our grandparents. I hope you enjoy the tomato sauce that's coming out tonight. Okay?
All right. How's the pasta, everybody? How's the pasta?
Drink, Russell. I'll buy you a drink, Russell. Would you like a drink? Take a top down.
Randy Brown, sit the fuck down.
In my chair.
Well, he's your brother, so what? Sit on the table.
Where's Monique? Where's Monique? Gotta hold them together here.
Gotta keep these two together.
She doesn't work there. She works on Granville. On Granville, not Rock.
Is Monique in the house? Tom, can you sit down, please, Tom?
Granville, like Kent and
Quit
Granville.
entertaining the girls that just came in.
They're Persian. They're Persian.
Hello? Table to our left.
They're Persian.
Okay, we've had a request. Is everybody here? Is everybody okay? We've had a request. Luana, can you be quiet, please? Randall's sister Maureen has just told us that 5 of your brothers and sisters have come tonight from Victoria. Hello?
Yes,
Hello
yes.
down there. Incredible. Thank you for coming. We'll talk to Christy about getting your ferry fees reduced.
You never, I guess they never had earplugs, that's why they're here.
They weren't invented until the 70s.
Brown is me, come on.
So I think Maureen is going to come up tonight. Maureen is going to come up. The younger sister, I'm going to call her.
Come on, Maureen.
Maureen, come on up. And Maureen's going to say a few words and they have a little presentation for Randall. So Maureen, let's give it up for Maureen here tonight. Okay? The baby sister, I'm going to call her.
Oh gosh, you made my day, you made my day. Not only did you make my day with that comment, but hosting this wonderful party in this restaurant makes me kind of homesick because I feel kind of Italian, one of my favorite countries in the whole world. I have to tell you, wherever you are, you guys, that, you know, Norm and I spent last fall in Cinque Terre, hiking the Cinque Terre and eating the most fabulous Italian foods.
It's the Mediterranean coast of Italy.
Tell them to be quiet?
Yes.
Is that what Randall says, please be quiet.
I have to respect when he's talking.
Keep it down.
So, I'm not really the younger sister. I think in this room, I probably known my brother Randy longer than anyone else. 1951
Wow.
is when I met Randy.
Randy.
Randy came home as a baby in 1951, May the 31st. I was his surrogate mother at age 6 and 7. And I know for some of you that may seem absolutely ridiculous, but it's absolutely true. I always considered Randy to be part of me. And we had a very interesting childhood, all 6 of us. Randy, I can't begin to tell you what you always meant to me when I was little and when you were little. And the things that we went through together, sort of surviving in a very poor family, in a very dysfunctional family, and I don't know how many of your friends know that you rose from the ashes like Phoenix from a very dysfunctional family, as all 6 of us did. And I think we turned out to be pretty respectable people, giving back to our communities, each and every one of us in our own way. So Randy, I'd like you to come up because I have something I'd like you to open. A couple of things actually I'd like you to open.
Come on, Randy.
I'd particularly like you to open.
Come on, Randy, come on.
So come on up, Randy, and I want you to open this because then I'll tell a story that that goes with it. Yes, please. Come on, rip it.
It's not long underwear.
It's not long underwear.
You wish.
I will tell you as Randy is opening this a couple of stories. You know, Randy, when he grew up, I always wanted him to be a healthy young man, and that meant that, you know, as a mother surrogate, one had to drink milk, and he wouldn't drink milk. And what did I put in your milk, Randy?
Pardon me?
Put in your milk?
Chocolate, sugar, vanilla.
Vanilla! Randy wouldn't drink milk, so I put vanilla in his milk and make him think it was a milkshake. So he would drink milk so he would be healthy. And then there was a time that Randy got attacked by bees. I don't know if Monique knows this story, but Randy got attacked by a huge, huge swarm of bees. And I'll always remember this, that we had to bring him, I brought him into the house and I covered him with calamine and with soda, and he's not allergic to bees, we found that out, I'll tell you. So Randy, I have here for you a little collage. It says,
Wow.
Randall Stewart Brown was born May 31st, 1951 in Chemainus General Hospital. There's a picture of Randy when he was about 9 years old. There's a picture of the hospital that he was born in, which is the hospital that I remember. And Randall, in case you don't know it, was named after the doctor who delivered him, who was Dr. Randall Stewart. Also, the channel that runs through Chemainus is called the Stewart Channel, so that's more relationship. And my sister-in-law Judy, who's in the back of the room, she and I went out to Chemainus a couple of weeks ago. And Randy, I don't know if you've been up there recently.
Yeah, I have.
But the terrible house that we grew up in, let me tell you this story. Russell, Diane, Randy, and I grew up in a stolen house. Now, many of you will know some of the stories about the Second World War and the number of the houses, the kinds of nasty things that happened to Japanese citizens in British Columbia, particularly on the west coast of British Columbia. Their fishing boats were seized, their homes were seized. And after the Second World War, and our dad was in the Second World War, the Canadian government very kindly offered homes at very reduced prices And through the old Veterans Land Act, one could afford to buy a house. This, our father bought. It was a clapboard two-story house that had been owned by a Japanese family. So it had been confiscated by the Canadian government, and we, as the family of a veteran, were able to have this house. Russell will tell you the story that one time, several years later, he went climbing into the attic and found an old chest with some old newspapers, Japanese newspapers, in the chest. But the fact is, there are many people on the west coast of British Columbia who grew up in stolen homes, and we were one family that did. And so Judy and I took a picture of the house that, believe it or not, is still standing, even though it burnt one time. And Randy sort of disappeared. I don't know if you remember this, Randy, but our cousin, it's going to make me cry, our cousin Colleen was a telephone operator in Chemainus. Colleen died a couple of years ago. She was a telephone operator in Chemainus. And I always remember that one day what used to happen in Chemainus, it was a mill town, and the sirens would go off when there was a fire in the community, and the siren went off one day, and I was sitting in a local coffee shop, and I picked up the phone and said, "Colleen, where is the fire?" And she said, "It's at your house, you need to go home." And I ran home, and Randy couldn't be found. And he'd hidden, and the dog had hidden, and we didn't know where he was.
That's because I thought my father was going to kick the shit out of you for burning the house
Yes, we
down.
did, because Randy speaketh the truth. Anyway, Randy survived, and here he is today, 65 years old, having risen from the ashes, become a successful businessman, someone whose politics are totally different than mine, and we fight constantly about the politics, but we don't fight about each other. And so, Randy, I wish you a very happy birthday.
God bless you.
So, anyway, we took the pictures. I have one more thing to do, and I have one more thing to do. And so,
My shoes are hurting. Can I sit down?
no, there's one thing about the Browns, you all know we love to talk.
Oh, wait.
Get those earplugs.
So I have one more thing, and we manufacture earplugs as well. There they are. So my sister Lorraine and I, who is 11 months my elder, my sister Lorraine and I were trying to think of what do we buy? What do we buy for Randy? Lorraine, come on up here. What do we buy for Randy as a gift?
Where's Lorraine?
Said,
Come on,
well,
Lorraine.
you know, he's sort of becoming vintage. Let's go to the vintage section of the wine store and have a look and see what we can find. And so we did that, and you won't believe what we found, and that's why I wanted to open it now and not later with all the other gifts. My husband tacked it down, so you may need to pry it open. I'll tell you what it is, and he can open it. We happened to find, you won't believe this, Randy, we happened to find a bottle.
Sake from the house?
No, we found a vintage bottle of Chateau Brown.
Wow, Chateau Brown.
Chateau Brown, and believe it or not, it is a lovely French vintage wine, but it is the Chateau Brown was the first vineyards were planted in this particular area of France whose name just escapes me because I've had too much wine. It is Bordeaux actually. And no, truly it is. You'll see that. I have all the information is on the inside. And the Browns came from northern Scotland, and their name was James Brown. And they planted their first vines in 1200 AD. So, relatives, who knew? Yeah. Happy birthday, Randy.
Happy birthday, Randy.
successful.
Randy, you got two beautiful sisters. God bless you.
Who would have known, huh?
Who would have known? I had no fucking idea. Randy, crazy cooking everything up. So we're gonna entertain you guys for the next 10 minutes. We got some history here.
What we looked for, was a little bit of a nostalgia. Listen carefully, keep it down. From
Listen up.
1951. Nostalgia.
Is that the year Randy was born?
I don't know. I never could tell when Randy was going to hit 60 or 65, but there's some very interesting facts that took place in 1951. So if we look at it, a nostalgic look back at Randy's life when he was born. Randall, can you pay attention, please?
Listen up, Randy. And everybody else down there in the back room.
1951, world news. First item on the agenda was Japan and the U.S. sign a treaty which allows American troops to stay in Japan indefinitely.
And we can keep the house?
Well, they took their houses over here, Randall. I guess they felt obliged to take their houses over there. UN forces, 1951, were fighting to halt the Red Drive in Korea, Randall.
Yes.
Randy, you gotta listen.
UN forces were fighting to halt the Red Drive in Korea. Can you see Randall with Kim Jong-un's haircut right now? This is very important. Winston Churchill was installed as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom at 78 years old. Oldest Prime Minister. But the important thing is here, Randall, was public kissing is banned in Sweden.
Oh, Randy, that wouldn't work for you.
He would never visit that country.
No, you would never go in that country.
The national news for that year, the top things in the national news that year, Lou! Lieutenant. What do you ruin your cousin's,
What?
You guys want to come up?
huh? You want to keep up here?
Loose.
The national news, guess what the top sitcom in 1951 was?
Oh my God.
I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy! The year Randy was born. Lucy! You got a lot of explaining to do.
The very first Hot Point Wonder Rinse washing machine with fabric softener was available in 1951.
Hey,
Give you girls a break. Here's some sports stuff. This is important, Randall. Guess who won the World Series in 1951?
Brooklyn
New York Yankees. U.S. Open golf course. Excuse me. Brian Cranston, phony for Randall. Randall, you cannot go out tonight. Brian is looking for you. U.S. Open golf winner Ben Hogan. Pro football NFL champions with Los Angeles Rams. Guess who the Stanley Cup...
It wasn't the Leafs.
Guess who the Stanley Cup champions were in 1951?
The Toronto Maple Leafs! Turn to the Toronto!
Toronto Maple Leafs. So, a lot of you don't realize that Randall is a closet,
Let me go have a look closer.
very closet Toronto Maple Leaf fan.
Mike. How can you... Randy's never been a closet in anything.
Well, he's done a few things in the closet, but we don't want to talk about that.
Not about expressing his feelings. He's never been closeted in his feelings.
So, Randall, I'm not going to buy you a bottle of wine, or I'm not going to give you a hotel room downtown at the Fairmont. from my heart to your heart, Sandy and I, we thought we'd give you one of the most famous Toronto Maple Leaf players that ever donned the blue and white. Eric Lindros' rookie card when he was 35 years old, and a copy of the Zamboni who cleaned the Maple Leaf ice there. So Randall, he never played a friggin' game, but you know what? Eric Lindros' rookie card.
He was a Leaf.
35-year-old rookie card. The Heisman Trophy winner was O.J. Simpson's great-grandfather. Okay, I'm looking at that. And guess who won the Canadian Grey Cup Championship was the Ottawa Rough Riders, okay?
Okay, Mike, let's get into more history, like the deep stuff, the deep stuff.
Oh, deep stuff? Okay, I'll skip. Okay. Interesting facts from 1951.
Listen up, guys.
The President of the United States was Harry Truman. The Canadian Prime Minister at that time was Louis St. Laurent, but he was 3 times the age of Justin Trudeau. This is kind of a tough one here. It's a sad one, actually. It's very sad. Hey, no prejudice tonight here, okay? Monique, you okay with this? Okay. So listen, the average rent on a house was in 1951, the average rent on a house was $78.
That's what he spends every 2 weeks getting his hair cut.
But the only honest thing here is really the first class postage stamp in 1951 was 3 cents, and before we know it, it's going to be back down to 3 cents. So we're fine with that, Randall. Okay? I got some great food prices here. I didn't want to bring them to you. Eggs were 20 cents a dozen.
We had a chicken farm.
Okay, here's an interesting one. 1951 birth notices. Well, there's a lot of dead people here, but 1950, I'll give you the ones that are alive, okay? So, Jane Seymour, Randall, is alive.
Same age as you, Randy. Beautiful girl.
Kurt Russell is alive.
Probably partied with you many times before now.
John Cougar Mellencamp is still alive, but listen, poor John Cougar couldn't sell out Malcolm Pole, so he might as well be dead. Crystal Gale is still alive.
Crystal Gale?
Crystal Gale, the one.
She could wash her feet with her hair.
That's the one that's still alive. Crystal Gale's still alive. You can wash your hair. The rest of the Randall, they're all gone. They're all gone. I don't want to bring them up. So, okay, here's some 1951 music and movie favorites. We've got some great music here by Mario Lanza, was a big star in those days. Tony Bennett.
Oh, Tony Bennett.
Rosemary Clooney, Come On Over to My House.
But she gained a lot of weight in her day before she died. I'm dreaming of a white.
How High is the Moon? Les Paul. If by Perry Como. Sin by Eddie Howard. Tim Young, Nat King Cole. It's No Secret of Stuart Chamberlain. I don't see any rappers on this list. Here's the big movies that took place in 1951. Alice in Wonderland.
That's like
Monique. Are you feeling like Alice sometimes? Alice in Wonderland. Monique, are you feeling like Alice sometimes?
Monique in Wonderland.
Scrooge. We know Randall's no Scrooge.
He loves Christmas. He loves Christmas.
Listen to this. A Streetcar Named Desire. How many times must have Randall's mother brought him to that while she was breastfeeding him, boy, I'll tell you. Okay. This one's perfect. The day the earth stood still, there's a monster carrying a beautiful blonde. And I always remember Randall, the first time he met my wife, Diane, I think that she thought the earth stood still because the first time Diane met Randall, he was drinking Dom Perignon out of her brand new shoes. So Randall, Also, the African Queen came out that year, but I don't think Randall went there with the African Queen.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Oh, watch out. What happened? Where the hell are you going?
Jesus Christ. You know what, Mike? Slow down. For fuck's sake, you're getting all tied up in my cord.
Okay, this is probably one of the most impressive ones of Randy's life. The Dixie Cup was invented in 1951.
Oh my God. Randy, how many times did you drink alcohol in the Dixie cup? The ones, you know what? If you put all
Red Dixie Cup was invented in 1951.
if you put all the Dixie cups together that you drank in your history, they'd probably go around the world.
I would say twice.
You drunk.
I represent that remark.
You called me drunk many times, never thought me.
Randall, the main courses are coming now. We bid our time. There's going to be a couple more speakers after the main course. Enjoy yourself, everybody. We'll be back shortly, okay?
Who's ever standing, let's have a seat.
No, I didn't do it.
Mike and I have not finished ripping Randy Brown apart.
Who did? It's a bright light.
Al, you wanna hit the tables for about 10 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna give you the other mic, Al. Listen, Al White is gonna hit some of the tables, okay? Hold on. Testing. Tables. Go to the tables.
Okay, I'm coming around
Stopping in?
before the dynamic duo does their act. Here we go. Okay, now it's your turn.
No.
Here we go.
When I first met him, they nicknamed him God.
Oh, yeah.
And we played on the same hockey team, and he was amazing. He's the only guy I know that we go on these road trips, and he would party all night long and still be out ready to go and be one of the best players on the ice. And we'd be tired, and he'd be trying to motivate us. And for the first 3 or 4 games, he was there. Unfortunately, he never played in the finals. But you know what? And I played golf with him, and most of the time when I play golf, he rarely finishes the round. It's either one of two things. He either runs out of golf clubs because he's broken them, or he has a chronic back problem.
Hey, Frank, what about if the cell phone doesn't work?
Or the cell phone doesn't work. But you know what? I've never met anybody in 23 years that is as loyal, generous, kind, supportive. You'll never, ever, ever meet as nice of a guy as Randall Brown.
Here, here!
Even if he doesn't have anything, he will share whatever he has. He's the best person you'll ever meet.
Best friend with Randy's gonna go around the room and he's gonna see who wants to say a few words about Randy. But when he does that and someone takes the mic, I'd like everybody to just listen up. Because if you're gonna talk, I'm gonna see and I'm gonna pass the mic to you next, right now?
Agreed.
You got it. So listen now, he's gonna go around the room.
So what he's really saying is when someone gets up and talks, everyone shuts up and listens. That's what he's saying, okay? So we're gonna flow down here and we're gonna talk to, ooh. Here we go. I think it's a brother A brother from another mother or a brother same mother?
I believe we're the same mother. I like to think we're the same mother. Randall, you not only name our brother, one and third. Probably don't know this, but Randall and I were Siamese twins when I hit when I was young. Separated later on. Thank God. But if it wasn't for Randall, I probably wouldn't be the guy I am today. Randall, give yourself a toast. Hey! Happy birthday. And we appreciate the guy you are. So, happy birthday, Randall.
So I think it's time. We gotta pause here because we got a lot of handoffs and everything else.
Okay. Let's tell you a little story. Oh! Next door to Randall Brown. Well, next door to him for 13 years or so. So, we wrote some music together one night. Come on, Mom. They gotta see you. Go to the front. Thank you very much.
Alright. So, game on. Here we go. Game on. Randall, game on.
Randall and I, one of the songs we wrote together as the Lookaways, and if you haven't heard it or seen it, just go on to YouTube, type in Lookaways, and up comes Colebrook Crash. Colebrook is a road behind our house. We were sitting on his deck one night having a couple of drinks, and we heard this horrendous crash down below on the country road. So we got up, grabbed my spotlight, jumped in his car, and we raced down there. Be the first on the scene, we'll see what's going on. We come across this scene. It's a car, a nice hot rod. There's this nice... nobody in the car, actually. We find the car, both airbags are deployed, nobody in it. We're looking around and we see this East Indian fellow with his girlfriend standing off to the side. And he's got a kind of bloody nose and her back hurts. So we call 911 right away. We're waiting for an ambulance. Randy goes to his car and gets one of Al's old jackets out to keep her warm. We're standing around trying to figure out what the heck happened here. The road just comes around and it looks like they missed the curve. Well, as it turns out, we started piecing it together. We look at the guy. His zipper's undone. Shirt tail's out. And she's complaining of a sore back. Well, it seems like they were going down this road and she
Say it, Mark.
he was missed the curve, went right off the road. So bloody nose and a hurt back. So when the fire truck arrived, they asked what was going on, and they had quite a little chuckle out of that one. So when we got back, Randy wrote the song about that, and that's history.
That's it, Mark.
Thank you.
Good show.
He's my husband said he went to the casino, so I have to talk for like hour after hour. Where's Randy? I go, he went to the casino. So 24 hours ago, and our being a straight head and Frank here, I said, you know, this is wrong. We should sort of had a little worry. But if you know Randy, 36 hours go by, not a call. He comes up with some lame excuse that he's flown in Florida, same hotel name. And I said, it's the Oasis, right? And I went, okay, Frank, this is it. Come on, something serious might have happened to this clown. We're going to the police station. I said, we gotta go. He goes, you're stupid. I go, no, it's 42 hours now. Out of a cab, at that time, 2.5 days later, Randall Brown shows up like nothing happened. Frank wasn't as livid as me. I started screaming at him, but he's here, we love him, and continue on. That's our Randall Brown story.
Where was he? Yeah! Oh, yeah! Hey, you didn't tell him where he went. Where were you?
I didn't want part B to be part B of the story is, he was at the Bellagio in Las Vegas.
What else is new? So listen up. We're gonna get going up in the front. I just wanna, you know what? Al did a great job of going around the tables. But you know what? We forgot something. Al didn't talk about Randy Brown. So we gotta get Al talking about Randy Brown before we hit the front, Al. Come on, buddy.
Forget about my relationship with Randy or Randall before Manick, but our relationship actually really developed at the Cactus Club with Manick and crew. I don't know why isn't Manick's bosses here? I don't understand that. I'm kind of confused. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed in that by how their relationship has developed and how respectable,
Out with it, boy!
how Randall respects Manick as a person. I didn't at the. What the hell? Hey! I didn't at the get-go in that thing that he had that ability, but he has it. He has it for her. It's phenomenal, and I'm pretty proud of him for that respect that he has for her. And as a person that he is, it's huge. And all I can say is I'm really proud of you, Randall, and how you built your relationship with Manick. And I want that to go on forever. And that's all I have to say.
I have to share one story about Randy Brown. It's always been on my mind for a lot of years. Randy reminds me of the Ever Ready battery. When I see that commercial on TV, I say, here's Randy. A guy that has a lot of heart and doesn't stop. We were all in Las Vegas one year. Mike, Sandy, John, and we're sitting, well, we've been up all night. We've gone to bed at about 5, 6 in the morning, something normal. And we get up at about 9:30. We're at Fornayo having a nice little coffee. New York. We have a little coffee and a little something to eat. And everybody's like, well, geez, everybody's here but Randy. Where the hell's Randy? Then we look over at a blackjack table, and there's Randy, still dressed to the nines from the night before. And he's telling the guy, what are you doing hitting on 14? You should have stayed at the blackjack table. But that's a memory of Randy I'll never forget. And he trooped on the whole weekend. I think he had 2 hours sleep in 3 days. God bless you, and happy birthday, Randy.
There you go, Randy. Happy birthday.
Wait.
Are they bringing it from outside now?
Thank you. I'm the last one here. My name is Bill, and I met Randy in 1992.
Quiet! Quiet!
I worked. It was my first 2 weeks. I worked with Randy. He hired me. I answered an ad in the paper. I got the job, and I worked for him for 2 weeks selling nuts and bolts, and I get my first paycheck. I'm just so happy to get this paycheck. I'm sitting in my car, the office is closed, everybody's gone, and I'm reading this paycheck. I'm trying to decipher, like, you know, where's the commission? Where's the bonus? Where's the car allowance? It's very confusing. It's a one-day paycheck, but I've been there for 2 weeks. I'm confused. And next thing you know, I get this great big bang, 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 bang on the car window, and I do it down, and this guy sticks his head in his window. He says, "You're Bill Keldet. You're the new guy working for Randall Brown." He says, he says to me, "You don't want to work for this guy." And I'm like, "Whoa." He says, "You got to get out of here. And if you don't believe me, ask his brother." And I'm like, holy smokes, like, I'm freaked out. I just came from the waste disposal business, and there's lots of rumors and innuendos about mafia. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, who knew that there was mafia in the nuts and bolts? So anyways, nice restaurant, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you. Good line.
So I'm freaked out. I get to a payphone because it's before cell phones, and I call Randy up, and he answers the phone. I'm all freaked out. I said, "Man, I got to talk to you now. I got to talk to you tonight, maybe tomorrow in the morning, the latest, because I didn't want this thing to drag on, because who knows what that hitman was going to do, right?" So, without even asking what's going on, he says, "Just come on down." So I make my way down to New Westminster to his penthouse, and I go inside, and the first thing I think of is, man, the mafia sure likes living nice. So anyways, I tell him the story, he sits me down, and he just says, "Hold that thought." And he goes to his address book or something, he opens it up, and he looks around, and he flips, and there's the name Russ Brown. And he shows me the number, he dials the number, and he says, "Hi Russ, I'd like to introduce you to my new salesman, Bill Kellett. Tell him how long we've known each other for." So he throws the phone into me, and Russ is like really calm and cool, and, "Oh, hey Bill, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Russ's brother, and believe it or not, I met him when he was a baby, and everything was cool." And the first thing that goes through my mind is, like, how many times has he had to do this, right, with guys coming? So long and short of it is, what I just wanted to share with you folks tonight is what I learned about Randall Brown in all my years together, and the very first thing I learned about him was 2 weeks and 1 day that his family loves him, his brother loves him, and he is respected by his family. And that was my first introduction to Randall. The second thing, real quick, we were on a trip I learned 2 things from him in one night. We went to a road trip, we were in Detroit, and the hotel we were in, the Colorado Avalanche were staying in the hotel, and they were playing Detroit the next night in the playoffs. And so, it's the end of the day, we got to go get for dinner, so we come down to the lobby, and we're waiting for a cab, and there's Joe Sakic over there, and Randy goes marching over there and says, "Hey Joe, how are you?" And he starts talking to Joe Sakic about Burnaby and East Van and his family. Next thing you know, Joe's pouring his heart out to Randy. Joe and his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, they invite us out for dinner. We go in the limo, we get over to the restaurant, we have a great dinner, we had a fabulous dinner with Joe Sakic, and we leave, we part our ways. And what I learned there is, Randall Brown, when he speaks, he makes anybody feel special. So later that night, you do some stuff. We're heading back to the hotel, but we want to go to the casino, right? Because it's late, that's what you do, right? And we're passing through the lobby and onto the casino, and who's in the frickin' lobby but Brian Trottier, assistant coach with the Colorado Avalanche. Sure enough, Randy beelines over to him and talks to Brian Trottier for 15 seconds, and next thing you know, Brian Trottier literally runs out of the hotel bar, out the lobby, and out the doors. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said to Randy, what happened? He tells me the story. The second thing I learned that night is never ask an NHL coach what the point spread will be on tomorrow night's game.
Attaboy, Bill. Good job. Good job, Bill. Good job. You know what, Bill? Everything you said tonight, hold on. Everything you said tonight, we're not surprised with Randy Brown.
I think we have a family member that would like to say a few words.
Yes.
Rhiannon, where's Rhiannon? Come on up.
Okay, Rhiannon. Rhiannon.
All right.
Are you okay, Rhiannon?
Hi. For those of you who don't know, my name is Rhiannon, and I'm...
God bless
Rhiannon here. Stand, let's.
My dad means so much to me. I know we do butt heads, and I can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but he's always there for me, and he's helped me through so much in my life, and he's the most inspirational person, and he means so much to me, and I love you, Dad.
Good girl, Rhiannon. Good girl, Rhiannon. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, listen
Thank
up.
you, Rhiannon. You're a great
You're
gal.
great.
Great.
Listen, there's somebody
I'm done
Who
now.
brought the?
No, you're not.
Sit down. Somebody brought it. One of the family members brought it.
There we go. Here she comes.
The gift here from 50
Sit down,
years
Randy.
ago.
Sit down. We're not finished with you yet. Yeah, you know what? Because when you get up here, everybody's gonna be sitting around.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Here.
I'll just talk for just a second.
Okay.
Well, I know. I'm all right. I'm all right. Hi.
The echo. Bye.
I'm Judy Brown. I'm Judy Brown. I'm Randy's sister-in-law
Okay.
for 50 years. So there's not too much I don't know about Randy Brown. Well, some of these things I heard tonight I don't want to know. Anyways, we have a gift for Randy that his brother got him and refurbished. So I would like you to have a look at this. There's your card. And here we are.
Wow, Randy.
Oh
my God.
This is a 1951 radio.
Yeah. Wow.
That's still making music, just like Randy Brown.
Just like Randy Brown.
Now, I know he really wanted a 1951 car, but we couldn't quite afford that.
No, but he can have. But downtown Randy Brown can have the 1951 transistor radio.
That's for your office.
Wow.
And it works.
Incredible. Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys. That was great. We got.
I think it's getting near the time, Sandy.
Randy's got to get.
It's getting near the time. I don't think anybody else here wants to come up, do they?
Nobody else?
Anybody? Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Come on up. We got one more. We got a straggler. Sandy. Okay, come on up.
We're burning daylight, Mike. We're burning daylight.
Before we bring the big R up here, let's talk to the straggler here. Here you go. Big R.
I met Dan. His name's Dan. My name's Dan.
Dan, how are you, Dan?
I'm fantastic.
Let's talk about Randy, Dan.
It's kind of what we're doing here today. It's not by accident. This guy plans it somehow.
He's right here. It's right here.
It's like it's not an accident. Okay. So what happened in Vegas? There was something called the bachelor's party.
Stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas.
It stays in Vegas, but there's remnants.
Well,
So
okay.
one of us over there, there's a guy over there who won a lot of money on one of those little machines.
Oh, that's good.
It happens, right? As that was.
Clean.
Was it $4,000? I'm maybe imagining it, but it was a big number. And then we decide, sorry about the snoring, I think we stayed in the same room. I don't remember the whole night, so I hope. Yeah. So anyways, we woke up and he wanted to go shopping for some shoes. It was some shopping that he wanted to do.
Sounds like Springsteen.
And what happened is we were on the way to go to the Simple Mall. It was a good 10-15 minute walk. But he stopped me and he says, wait a minute, where is that machine that my friendy Pooh won $4,000 on? It's just a number. I made that up, but no, I didn't. And we stopped, we looked for 10-15 minutes. When you're drunk, I think everyone knows here, we've all been to Vegas. It takes a while to orientate yourself from where you are and the positioning. It took us literally 10 minutes. We were only, from when we started and when he said the words, where is that machine? We were literally maybe 15, 20 feet away from where we started. And we took 10 minutes to find, there it is. He put in like $3 and won $450. That's where you got the shoes.
I love my shoes.
And they were so good. And so we're not here by accident. That's my point. We're not here by accident.
No, Randy can do it.
You don't know what he's done to you, but he made
Oh,
you.
no, I know what Randy's done. You have no idea what fucking Randy's done to me. Yeah, I could write a fucking book what Randy's done to me. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we got Randy's.
Here we go, Randy's sister.
Randy's sister here.
Come on up.
Very shy.
Happy birthday, Randy.
There you go, Randy.
Listen, guys, it's not my turn yet. But my family, as you can see, is pretty incredible. And, you know, not all of us are blessed with incredible personalities and enthusiasm and luck. That's the way the world works. And my beautiful sister here has struggled her whole life. And here she stands here as an incredible person, wonderful children. She's a wonderful grandmother. And, you know, people say great-grandmother. They're up here giving me all these accolades. And the reality is that there's a lot more people here that deserve these accolades than me, and she's certainly one of them.
Thank you.
You know, Randy, I'll tell you one thing.
Open your present. Open your
I have to open the present.
You...
Alcohol.
Yes. What is it, Randy? Appleton.
Who would have known?
Who would have known?
But Randall, look at the bag she gives you. What does it say?
It says, Al, happy birthday, old fart. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
That's great. You know, Randy, you know, tonight, we've known you, Mike and I, for 40 years. And you know what? We've been close to you, and we know Russ. And I think a couple times we met your sisters and your brother.
Sit down, Randy.
But you know what? Sit down, Randy.
Sit down. Get your beer. Sit down.
They're wonderful. You have a wonderful, wonderful family. God bless you and them, okay? Awesome. Now me and Mike are going to finish this off, and then everybody's going to put an earplug in, because Randy's going to talk.
Wait. Here we go.
We got another tycoon here.
Hi.
Give her the other one. Take that one.
Hi, I'm Monique's mother, and I love her dearly. And it's wonderful that he brought them into our family. Stella and I love you.
they keep saying every year it's the last time we're going to Vegas with you. It's the last time we're going. Apparently this year again is the last time.
Okay, go ahead.
Randy's warming up.
Okay, listen up there.
Warm him up. Randy. Let him warm up. You getting ready, buddy? Say a couple of words. You know, over 40 years, you know, if you can get along with someone for over 40 years, me and Randy never had a disagreement, never had an argument, nothing. If the bill came to the table and we were having lunch, you couldn't grab it quick enough. This is a guy isn't Scrooge. This guy's a gentleman, okay? Never had a problem. The classiest, one of the classiest human beings I ever met in my life. When I was a teen, I was 19, 20 years old we met.
How old are you?
Randy, keep it down.
I mean, I just want to know the type of guy he is. Randy will talk your ear off once in a while. I love him because he's Randy Brown. He's a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, which is close to me. It's Vancouver Canucks are...
And Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota Vikings and the Yankees. So I just want to say, you know, when you find friends like this, they are hard to come by. 40 years and never this green. So when he asked me if I could just call up a couple of people the night of his birthday. I wasn't just gonna sit here and I go, I've been planning this with my brother Sandy for some time now, so I think it's time to let Randy get the floor and
then Tommaso, where'd he go? Is he gone already? Of course.
in the bathroom.
Oh, he's in the bathroom? He's got a problem.
Or he's in the kitchen.
Well, I'm surprised that he's here alone, because normally when Tommaso goes out to dinner like this, he always brings two women. That way if he falls asleep, they'll have someone to talk to. Anyway, he offered us his villa south of Rome. So we thought, geez, that'd be kind of cool. Until, you know, a couple of my friends said, it's not that nice there. Don't go there. Really, it's not. But seriously, No, Minik and I were sharing one night.
Quiet, girls!
I said, you know what? I really would. I'd like to have a party with my family and friends. That's really what I would like to do. But I assure you, this is not what I had envisioned. I thought we'd all get together and shake hands and tell some stories, and we'll play some music and things. And it'll take me quite some time to kind of reflect on some of the wonderful thoughts that have been said here tonight. And thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. You know, the first person that I want to say something about is my beautiful wife. I mean, she knows when I say everything about me, trust me, everything. And I thought about this. I thought, you know, how many wives does it take to settle Randy Brown down?
Oh my God.
No, it takes one. As long as she's very astute, very scientific, and has the most latest, greatest GPS ankle bracelet you can find.
Like I said, oh my God.
She has meant so much to my kids. She has really inspired Rianne. She's been such a friend to Ryan. Our grandkids love her, and that's not hard to see why. She's so kind, so considerate.
Excuse me, this isn't about me.
I know that. You were first.
It's just compliment.
Yeah, it is.
Just compliment. And we are the most unusual couple because we had lunch together for 3 years, and not as I never hit on her. Never. She had a boyfriend.
Are you serious?
I know. It's the only chick I never did in my life. I know. I don't understand.
Fuck Randy Brown.
I don't know. I was obviously going through a tough time.
Yeah. Questions?
And you know, the funny thing is, Minik's the one that approached me, and there hasn't been a day that we haven't been together. I get to wake up with her every morning, and my day starts the same way it ends, full of inspiration and love, and I just love her so much.
Beautiful, Randy.
And I love what she said the first time I went to her place. She says, listen, sex is not the answer, it's the question. Yes is the answer. I thought, that's the girl for me. Throughout my life, it's been quite a journey. Some of the things that Maureen shared with you up here, I guess I don't know, suppressed some of these things. We had quite to say dysfunctional family wasn't quite doesn't really tell you the whole story, and she has her own walk in life as well. And every one of my brothers and sisters, even though, you know, we all shared a common bond that we came from, you know, we were white and we spoke English, and yet we were poor, and it didn't make any sense. But that was the reality. My mother, I got to know her more late in life, and that was actually with the help of my good friend Mike. I was bitter for so many years because I had these visions of, you know, the kids would go to school and parents would drop them off or give them a nice lunch. They talked today about a lunch program. What was that? I mean, I think about these things now and I shake my head. I don't understand how I was able to kind of shake some of these things off, but I realize now why. It was obviously with the support and help, certainly from my family, and Maureen was much more than what she said. I mean, she was my protectorate, quite frankly. And she paid for it too, during those years. And my brother, Russ, I mean, we were there that night that house burned down, and we were watching we had nothing, but we had a television. Figure that out. And we were in the living room, had linoleum floors, and we had dogs and cats, and one of the cats couldn't run fast enough and was scratching its feet to change directions. And my brother said, and you might remember this, Russ, he said, I think it's a burglar. So we tiptoed, and I only had a t-shirt and underwear on, tiptoed in the kitchen, and there was a porch outside. We looked out, and there it was on flames. Because we had fuses in those days, and rather than, you know, do something inspirational like make sure the wiring was good, we'd put pennies behind the fuses so the lights wouldn't go out, which isn't necessarily a good thing. If any of you are still doing that, I'd advise you to stop, because it's not good.
Listen to Randy.
So when Maureen says they couldn't find me, I was sure, because I remember Russ saying to me, oh shit, Dad. And I think we both ran in 2 different directions. And the funny part about this is my dad was part of the volunteer fire department from the mill, and of course he showed up on the one fire truck, and we can see him. He was happier than shit. He had insurance. He couldn't believe his ship just came in. You know, he was going to get that $3,000 for that Jap house that we got for nothing.
Randy.
Hello.
Like father, like son.
Excuse me. Anyway, my family, as obviously you can see here, is very important to me, and it's they've been such an inspiration. And it's transformed to the fact that I've had my own challenges. I've certainly had lots of walks in life, and all my kids still talk to me. So I think that's quite an accomplishment. The array of friends here tonight and some of the incredible inspirational things that you've all had to say will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Randy.
It's what's it?
68. What? 68 and a half.
68.2.
68 and a half.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Randy, come on.
Listen.
So what are you gonna do?
When I got married 3 years ago with Nick, she made me give her a 40-year warranty, and then she found out the difference between a warranty and a guarantee, and we had to amend it. So I have to be around a lot. Randall.
Well, Randall, let's give Randall a little challenge here.
Yeah.
When you're 68.2 years, will you bring this crew back to the Port Time for dinner?
Thank you for reminding me. I said to Minik, you know, I don't think...
Wait, you didn't answer that.
I'm going to.
Sorry.
I said to Minik, I don't think many will come. And then she reminded me, we're paying, so look, they all showed up. So, all you gotta do is offer them free booze and food, and they'll show up anywhere. Come on, you know. So,
the challenge is set. The challenge is set.
68.2? What do you?
That's it.
What is that?
That's your average age,
Your average age.
1951.
Doing you're born to live.
1951. All right.
Randy, you're only 41.
Yeah.
In 38 months.
Thank you so much. If I've and wait a second here. I've been leaving out some. I mean,
come on,
you know.
Randy.
By the way,
It's your night. Go ahead. Do what you want. It's your night. Take your time.
There are 3 people that aren't here tonight. One tripped on a cat and broke her ankle. So, you know, I don't think she even owns a cat. So
9 lives, cat. I mean, wives.
my next best friend from childhood and her husband, and I've got to know them very well. He's just been diagnosed with cancer very seriously. They couldn't make it. My oldest friends from Uncle Randy Productions, and those of you that know what that musical show is all about, he has Alzheimer's, and there was an issue tonight and they couldn't make it. And the reason I mention that is that Uncle Randy Productions is putting on one more play in November.
Here we go, Uncle Randy.
We're doing Rent, and we really need all your support. I've given all of you lots of free tickets over the years. There's no free ride this year. We're doing this in conjunction with the British Columbia Alzheimer's Association, and it's very dear to my heart. So we really would appreciate all you business people stepping up, helping us with ads in the program and ticket sales and so on. They deserve it. They're wonderful people. Mean a lot to me. Mo, I wish I could tell some of the stories, but
No, you can't, Randy.
And you know, David Langtree, I mean, I'm going to tell one funny story, and Dorothy, I hope you allow me this levity. David and I went around the world on a trip here several years ago on business, and we ended up in Guangzhou, China. And I hired an interpreter for this trade show, and she was a lovely little Chinese gal, and she's a bit smitten. So we took her to dinner and so on, and she was very lovely, and she cried her eyes out when we went to the train station. From there we went to Indonesia, or Malaysia, pardon me, and then India, and then England, and that's where Dorothy showed up. So several weeks later, mail comes. And to send a letter from China for someone who's not, you know, affluent, it's very expensive. I mean, I did the math. It was goofy. It was like 15 bucks each to send this. So she sends us both a lovely card, hoping she's going to see us again. And unfortunately, Dorothy, I think, got the wrong opinion. I think she thought this lovely gal had thoughts on David. And never in my life have I seen a man more devoted to his wife. Well, his dog. Actually, he was really devoted to his dog. I think he still has the picture of the dog in his wallet, actually. But I've never seen a man, I mean, I could imagine some of my wives going, I bet you, and I go, no. But him, not a chance. Not a chance. So it was kind of ironic that he was getting beaten up for a postcard, and I went scot-free. I mean, really, who would have ever thought that? You know, this guy here, wow, now there's some stories. You know who's at my house today? Barry Houlihan came over to my place today. Hooley came over today.
That fucking drunk?
I know. For those of you who don't remember,
I love him though, I love him.
He was the sports guy with Tony Parsons for years on BCTV. Anyway.
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry to tell you. But I got a call this morning at 10 o'clock.
From Tony, right?
From Tony Parsons in Kelowna. Oh my God, I forgot. And he told me to wish downtown Randy Brown happy 55th birthday. I said, Tony, you're fucking wrong. I'm 65. What? He goes, he's only 12 years younger than me? I go, yeah. Fucking Tony's 77.
You know, I've never seen a man drink more wine in my life than Tony Parsons.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
77.
He drink 77.
77. Bill Clinton lookalike.
Bill Clinton lookalike?
Look at him. Does he not look like Bill
By the way,
no, he's got Bill Clinton on him.
It's my time.
No, he's got Bill Clinton on him.
Wait. Bill Clinton. Wait, no. Randall does not smoke cigars.
Either does Bill Clinton.
Oh, just keep opening up.
I'll be honest with you all. I've never had a girlfriend named Monica. Okay.
You don't smoke cigars, Randy.
Anyway.
What do you do with those cigars?
What do you do with your cigars?
Put them in your pocket.
Donald Trump said.
I met Morris.
Donald Trump.
Hey.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump doesn't drink, Mike. Trump. He's got the same hair as Donald Trump.
Sandy, can you leave me alone? He's finally going to say something good about me after all these years.
Mike, Donald Trump doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink. Donald Trump doesn't drink.
What about Randy? They're not even fucking open now.
I met Morris 38 years ago.
Here's Al. Big Al.
I'm not going.
Wait. Al.
I'm not going. This is the director this evening, and apparently I'm now dragging it out. The audience.
Live from Burnaby. Here we go. Last call.
Thank you very much. I met Morris on a motorcycle 38 years ago. Dark glasses, leather. He looked like Easy Rider. He shows up. Met John about the same time. Gordy Bernard.
What?
He was by the way, he's one of those heroes. You talk about all the time. He was in the Army. Yeah, he was a hero. He won several drinking contests in Nicaragua Air Base. I'm representing here tonight, by the way, of several different facets of business. I have my longtime lawyer, Ian Kinman, who I met opposing him in court for a friend of mine that was being evicted. True story, that's how we met. I won, by the way.
You thought you won.
I won and you know it.
Randall, you have 2 minutes to eat.
You have 2 minutes.
Dessert is melting.
I'm finished. I'm finished. Thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Randy Brown! Let's sing it! Everybody, you ready? Wow.
Sorry. My wife, unfortunately, left behind a serious piece of paper. So we don't know the answers to these questions, but I need you to do this. Who's born in January? Put your hands up. January? Okay. So this next phase here is for all the birthdays I've missed and all the birthdays that are about to come up. So we want to celebrate our birthdays together tonight. So we brought everybody a birthday cake. So Diane's in January. Who else in January? Anybody else? Angelo. Oh, Philip's in January. David's in January. My sister Lorraine's in January. Can't see. Oh, Blair's wife Sherry's in January. Who's in February? Oh, my son Curtis. Who else? Oh, who is that? Oh, the blind man's wife. She's in February. Who else? No, in February. Who's March? Who's March? Who is that? Oh, that's Marcel. Who else? Who's Mark? Can't see. Who is that? Oh, Angelo's girlfriend. All right. Oh, Frank. Who else? Who else is in March? April. Who's April? April. Oh, there's Norm. Who else? Who is that? Judy. Oh, Donnie. Okay, who's May? Me. Okay, who's June? Oh, we got my cousin there. Russell's in June. Who's July? Nobody? Who's August? Oh, Danny, and Rosita, and Diane, and Rianne. Who's September? September. Oh, Cassandra's in September. Who's October? Oh, somebody behind me? Mike. Who's October? I can't see who it is. Sorry. Oh, you people. November. Nobody. November. Yes, you are. Who else? Where's John? John's November. Who's December? December. All right. So, it's my sister there. So this is our gift to you. Surprise happy birthdays for all of you. So we're going to say happy birthday to you. Ready? Happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everyone! Get down! What's that? I said, let's get the back seat. She said, no. Let's kiss the front. She said, that's my brother on the drums and my son on bass. She was 17. She was hard to be between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. nothing but a sand fire. It's the simple things in life, like well, when we didn't have no internet. Man, I never will forget the day that moonlight shined upon her hair. And we were trying funny things, we were smoking funny things, making love all by the lake to my favorite songs, drinking whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. I'll sing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Catching wildlife from the dock, lost waves were ours to rock. She'll never hold a face inside my soul. We couldn't wait for night to come, we sitting in the sun, play that song, hear that rock and roll. And we were trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love up on the lake to my favorite song, drinking whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. I'm singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Yeah, all summer long, yeah, baby. Nothing seems strange when the leaves again to play. Oh, I wish those days would never end. Sometimes I hear that song, I start to sing along. Man, I'd sure like to see that girl again. I'd love to see that girl again. Yeah. Trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love up on the lake to our favorite songs, drinking whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. And we were trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love up on the lake to our favorite songs, drinking whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long, yeah. Take a very short break because these old guys have to pee more often, okay? That's the way it works, okay? And some of them actually don't pee, they have to change. Anyway, it's a long story. So, we'll be back in a minute. We're going to put some of the music on.
Thank you so much.